Let's get into it. Guys, welcome to the second episode of the City Boys podcast. This one's going to be a lot better. We got some topics today we're going to be talking about. The first topic we're talking about is like how to overcome laziness. Before we learn how to overcome laziness, like laziness is like a very broad definition. So like what do you guys think laziness is? Like Ben and Corbin, what do you guys think?
I believe laziness is when you don't feel like doing anything.
Do you think laziness is bad?
No.
What about you, Ben?
Yes.
I mean, I'm kind of like I think laziness can be caused by a lot of things, you know, but like ultimately it's just really not doing anything.
So like
motivation.
I feel like laziness is like, first of all, like one of the worst things that plagues young people. Like I feel like people who are lazy are like gonna be less happy, less healthy. Like I don't understand how anyone can sit around all day and like do nothing. Like there's not like maybe for 10 minutes, but like if you sit around for more than 2 hours and just do nothing, like nothing productive, like you're literally wasting your life. Like you're throwing away time to be alive. Like like laziness like scares me so much.
I don't think there's nothing good that comes out of that.
Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking earlier, and like would laziness not be like a, is this a hot take that like I don't think it's like, it's definitely like a character flaw to like fall into laziness, but like the younger generation is definitely lazier. Would you agree with that?
Well, kinda, but yes and no. So like, for example, I think laziness is not like just sitting around doing nothing. So for example, I think laziness is like having anxiety. I think anxiety can be lazy. Like being like a really anxious person is being lazy. Being depressed is being lazy. Being broke is being lazy. I think I'm lazy in those terms because like when I had lots of anxiety, lots of depression, lots of like mental issues, it was because I was too lazy to deal with them. I was too like lazy to discover them. And like the hardest thing for me to do was to finally like sit down, like, all right, no distracting myself with video games, no distracting myself with women, no distracting myself with drugs, and like actually deal with fucking problems. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of these issues, like being anxious all the time, being out of shape, being like not having a lot of money, and like being depressed is like a result of just being lazy and not like dealing with things within your own head.
But you know what I was thinking about? Like laziness is like lack of motivation and like no ambition or passion. Would you agree with that?
No will to get better.
Yeah, exactly. And also like I was thinking about that, and like is that not like semi a product of like the environment? Because like our intentions, like attention spans have been shortened so much, and like it's just like you actually had a stream about this maybe a month ago, about like how shortened attention spans have gotten, and like how people get those like floods of dopamine from these 7-second videos, and like it just like
From everything. It's not just 7-second videos. Yeah. It's just any kind of media nowadays.
Like, just the way society is nowadays due to like dating apps, porn.
I think streams are one of the things that like, that's why a lot of people don't watch streams. Like most like normies, I talk to them about streams and they're just like, let's sit there for 2 hours or 4 hours. So it takes a lot of attention span to watch a stream. Bruna said, I think lazy days is when you need a mental break is okay. So I'm going to counter that because I disagree with that heavily. So I think that when you need a mental break, that's when you push harder because that's when you strengthen your mind. Just like when you're working out, you don't go till it starts to hurt. You go just a little bit farther. So when you're feeling lazy, that's when you get up and do things because that's what true motivation is. That's what true ambition is. That's what true success discipline is. Yeah, I disagree.
But like, would you not agree that like it's semi a product of the environment? It's just like nowadays it's easier to be lazy. It's more acceptable to be lazy.
Like, oh yeah, being like laying around being lazy
okay
is
with being lazy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like taking a break. Yeah, I feel like first of all, I try to, and I say this, but I do agree people are like encouraged to like, oh, just take a day off, like, or take a mental break. Like mental breaks for me are different. A mental break is not being lazy, not taking a day off. A mental break is if you want to break your mental, like that. So the definition of mental break, what is it to you guys? You and Corbin. Corbin, go first.
Taking a day where you don't do anything that would strain your mental, like what you do normally.
Do you think that's actually beneficial though?
No.
What about you, Ben?
I don't think taking that break is going to really change much once you get back into it. When you get back into it, it's just going to go back to what
it's still there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all you're doing is
just
just
gonna come
not
right
dealing
back.
with the problem, just putting it off.
And then the next day you go back to
Back
work, you
that
go back to
break.
TikTok, you go back to your friends, you go back to things, you're not dealing with the real problems.
Take a day, having a little tug just to go back and get into the same bullshit tomorrow.
Like a strong mentality is not defined by like breaks. It's defined by overcoming situations. So if you're having anxiety and you're tired and you're like, I just can't deal with anything today, that's when you need to deal with things, because that's what's going to make you stronger and better. And the thing is, people never accept this. They'll always like, well, it's just easier not to do anything, just lay around and not think about anything and just rest my brain. Like, bro, your brain doesn't need a rest. You sleep at night. That's your rest of your brain. Like, what else do you need? Or when you go to work, like just fucking like you turn your brain off anyways and just fucking push through your tasks, push through your job. Like, that's a mental break. Like, if your mental can be affected by work in a sense where you can get tired, but like your mental shouldn't really be affected by your work.
I mean, unfortunately, sometimes it is.
But that's where that's where like overcoming comes into play.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
But
I definitely agree with that.
why I brought this up was like, I think laziness is the root of like all these problems these people have. Like, they're not willing to put in that manic amount of effort, that manic amount of work. And I say that meaning like, sometimes you have to you got to go crazy. You got to feel that pain. You just got to feel that shit, and you just got to push through it. Because like, if you never learn to push through it, and you just like, oh, I just need a mental day, like that's literally called coping. That's called coping with problems, avoiding problems, pushing problems off. Like, I can never, like, for me in my life, like, taking a day off is terrible for my mental health. I sit there all day. I'm just like, wow, I'm literally sitting here just to avoid my problems. Like how, in what way would that be healthy?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I've never really thought about it like that. But then again, I've never really felt it. Like, I've never really felt a need for a mental break, to be honest. Like, I get tired, but like, I don't usually.
I think mental breaks is when a real mental break is when you overcome and achieve something. When you succeed, when you reach success, when you reach an epiphany, that's like a mental break, because then your body has true dopamine, true happiness, true relaxation. Not when you're sitting there just like avoiding your problems, avoiding this, taking it easy.
Scrolling TikTok, eating like shit, having a little bubble bath.
Yeah, or going and like whatever it is. Like, I'll say this. I think, and I play video games on stream, so it's gonna be very hypocritical. I think playing video games is lazy. Like, video games is pretty lazy. Like, I get it can be a hobby, but if you're playing video games for more than 2 hours a day, you're a lazy fuck. I'm just gonna be honest. Because like, as a young person, you have like the amount you can get done in 2 hours or 4 hours to benefit your life, benefit your mental, benefit those around you is extreme. It's insane what I can get done in 2 or 4 hours of doing something, putting my hands and actually physically doing something, moving, going out, talking to people, like it's crazy to me. And to like waste that time, like just like sucked into a video game, just like my lights flashing, my brain just not doing anything, is just insane. It blows my mind. So
how do you justify
just
you playing video games?
Outside of work, though, I don't know what you could do every single day for like 4+ hours.
What do you mean?
Once you get off work, like, there's only so
meaningful
much.
hobbies.
Like, unless you get like another job.
There's a lot you can do. What do you mean?
Hanging out with friends and stuff. Yeah, but like,
so
I really don't know what you mean by you can do so much.
So pre-COVID, I think COVID. And COVID's been going on for 3 years now. I think COVID is like literally brainwashed a lot of people, and we forgot what it was like before COVID. Like before COVID, I mean, most of you guys are in high school, so like you guys are pretty young, or just got out of high school. So most of you guys were still in high school, so like you have all the high school shit to deal with. But I wasn't in high school. I had a job. I had friends. Bro, when I would get off work, I would go to Charlotte. I would go meet people. I'd go do experiences, make connections. I would travel. I would plan things on my days off. I wouldn't like go home and sit and play video games. When I was in high school, I would. But like when I was an adult, I would never let my time just go to waste. I would constantly be doing something, because that's what your brain needs. Like sitting there doing nothing is like you're just rotting your brain. You're just like turning it off and just not using it. And the brain is like in a sense a muscle. Like it's about repetitions. It's about pushing yourself a little more and more each day. Going through those uncomfortable things in your minds, going through like the uncomfortable like trauma, PTSD, pain. Like I think people who have trauma are lazy, because like I have extreme trauma, and I did fall into that laziness where I just literally, like, really sad today. I was a lazy fuck, dude. I would just sit there and like smoke or just like play video games, talk to women, do all these things, and not deal with my trauma. Like, you have to deal with your trauma. Like, trauma is not a forever thing. Like, if you think trauma is a forever thing, you've given up. That lives around here. Well, first of all, that's not true.
You have to go out and meet other people that live around there.
Yeah, like people. I remember when I was younger, and I would go to the mall.
Like the few high schoolers you've been around.
Yeah, and I would go to the mall, or I'd go to the movies, or I'd go to the club, or I'd go to a bar, or whatever it was. I would walk up. People would walk up and talk to you. We'd walk up and talk to each other. Random people. Nowadays, like, no one talks to each other. No one tries to conversate. When you're out in public, everyone's avoiding each other in their own world, doing their own thing. What? What do you mean, Cloud? What? Like if you think trauma is a forever thing, like, you've given up. You're being mentally lazy. Like, you deal with trauma, you build from it, and you move on. You try to reject it. But the thing is, like, most people, I agree, but it's because they're lazy. Like a friendship, a relationship is hard fucking work. It is. Maintaining friendships, maintaining relationships, it's hard work. But like before, like, people text each other all day, Snapchat each other, go out and do something. Now people barely talk to each other. They're all like just posting on their stories. They're all just like sitting in their rooms. They go out and drink with just a couple friends. Saying trauma is lazy. I'm not saying trauma is lazy. I'm saying, like, not dealing with trauma. Like, you have to deal with your trauma. Like
social anxiety. You're like, oh, I got social anxiety, so I'm not gonna do this or that or that. Because I mean, that's how I am most of the time. But at the same time, I also know that, I mean, me just sitting in my room all day is not gonna also help it either.
Yeah, if you have trauma, chat, like, you're a person with trauma right now, and you're not trying to deal with that shit every day. You're not facing it, like letting that, like, feeling that shit. Like, that's lazy. You're running from it. Because then when you have trauma, it's not like having trauma is not just like when you think about it, it hurts, or like, dude, trauma is gonna extend into your whole life. It's gonna extend into your jobs, it's gonna extend into your relationships. It's gonna like bleed out into all these different things. It's gonna ruin your passion. It's gonna ruin your mental growth. It's gonna ruin your personal growth. It leads to like laziness. It leads to extreme fucking laziness. Like you gotta face your trauma. You have trauma, don't let it sink in.
That should be,
no, you let it sink in.
Should be like rephrased. Like being traumatized isn't lazy, but like staying traumatized and not dealing with your own
that's what I meant.
Problems is lazy.
Yeah, like
yeah, I definitely agree with that 100%.
Like someone was like, when I was 14, some guy flashed his cock at me, which is terrible. Like, that can traumatize you. Or a terrible breakup, being cheated on, all these things. And they'll go throughout their life like, oh, I have trauma from my past relationship. Oh, I have trauma from my parents being abusive. I have all this trauma. And like, dude, trust me, I understand trauma. Like, I've been through it. Everyone in here has extreme trauma. Like, nowadays, everyone has it to a certain extent. But it's how you deal with it. It's how you move on from it, and how you handle it. Like you should be able to overcome it. And you are very mentally strong. People underestimate their brain. Like, your brain deals with trauma and moves on in the same matter. But that's the thing, Brenna. Like, no one. I'm not saying people deal with trauma in different ways. You can deal with it in different ways, but you have to deal with it. I'm saying people don't deal with it. Trigger, which brings it back. But that's the thing is, you have to like, I'm trying to word this in a way that isn't too offensive. You have to like fucking raw dog it. you gotta fucking feel that shit, deal with it, accept that it happened, accept that's not who you are, that's not your life. You're gonna live so many fucking years of your life, and you're gonna let like your trauma bleed and affect all those other years of your life. Because at the end of the day, I believe in extreme self-accountability. Every situation you're in, no matter what it is on you to handle. Is on you to decide what you're gonna do with it. And if you like want to like waste your time in
that's the point, Cloud. It's supposed to be scary.
Yeah, dude.
It's not gonna be easy. It feels easy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be worth it.
Then that's why I come back to being lazy, because people are like, it's scary. Like, I can't deal with it. Well, like, life is scary.
Easy. Everyone would do it, you know?
Like, Corbin, you've moved a lot. Is it not scary to move to a new place? Like, even if like you're necessarily kind of comfortable with it, it's like a big deal. It's like a lot on the body. It's a scary thing, but you just gotta fucking do it.
For the better in the end.
Yeah, and exactly.
It's just all about the end goal.
Like, I'll tell you guys this. Like, no matter what you do in life, no matter how good your life gets, you're gonna experience trauma. You get more and more. It's never gonna stop. So that's why you have to learn to deal with it, because you're just gonna keep building up. Just gonna keep piling it up. Gives me panic. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta understand as a human being that you can deal with it. Your brain can handle it, and you can process it and become better. Welcome back, Devon. So, Ben, what is the best way in a general sense? So, like not being lazy, like sitting on your ass all day eating potato chips. Like, in the best way you could describe, like, how do you not be lazy to deal with mental issues, to deal with, XYZ?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna give a shit answer on this, but to be honest, for me, I personally try to stay active physically and mentally. I don't know. I think you should take it one thing at a time, you know, but like, I think constantly having a goal, constantly having like, I don't know. I think as long as you're a percentage better than you were yesterday, like I think that's a win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's like a baby step kind of thing. Like, obviously, you're not just gonna do it in like a week. Like, you're not just gonna jump out there, do whatever, and it's just gonna be gone in a week. Like, you're gonna have to like do a little bit at a time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Days, it's like, but I mean, as long as you're doing some every day, I mean that.
I think like it's just like
days off per se.
Yeah, it's like when I first started working out, bro, I was scrawny as fuck. Like I got made fun of at school and whatnot. Yeah, but I started working out. I was working out for like a month, and then I started posting pictures on like my story and stuff. Some people were like, "Hey, dude, I'm proud of you," and this and that. But then like my friends telling, "Hey, someone's talking shit behind your back, saying like, oh, you're still skinny. Oh, I don't even know why he works out." All this crazy shit, and like, look at me now, bro. People spread rumors.
Let me get a comment on this. Well, like, being offended by the way your body looks is like a whole different story. That goes into security issues and loving yourself. But we'll talk about that maybe after. So Brennan says this: some trauma sticks with people their lives. Even they're pushing through it, they're trying to overcome it. It's just some things just stick. All right, Corden, what's your take on that? Do you think some trauma is just not overcomable? It's just going to be with you forever, and you'll just always be like have triggers and all this?
I can't answer for all traumas because I've only had certain ones, but there's probably like a few in my head that I could see where it could maybe stick. I mean, you could definitely like work on it and you can make it easier, but at the same time, I don't know if you can completely like just forget about it, like the R word.
No, okay, yeah, perfect. Like, so I will reveal something that not even Ben knows, because I want to be an example. Have I been raped before? Yes, and I'll tell the story. When I was 17 years old, I was at a friend's house, and it was just a friend in high school. Ben knows him. His name is Anson. You know Anson from?
Actually, no, but that reminded me. I met one of your close high school friends today.
Okay. Well, it was this guy who's like, we could always party at his house. Like, his parents just didn't give a fuck. We could smoke in his basement. He had a basement with a pool table, a bar, and his parents like just were rich and they just did not give a fuck what we did. We could smoke down there, drink, and like every weekend there would be like a party, and there was always some drama and shit going down there. So one time I went there, and I got really drunk with my friends. So it was just a bunch of guys, like 7 or 10 guys, and we were just fucking drinking vodka. Evan Williams, we were just drinking a bunch of, not Evan Williams, Aristocrat, that's what it's called. It's a cheap ass vodka. I drank like a whole half gallon of fucking vodka. I've never shared this story before. I'm really actually surprised, but this is like just living proof you can get past this. And I was passed out. And actually, yeah, my friend Andrew has a video to prove that this story actually happened, because for the longest time, like, I couldn't believe it in my own head. I couldn't process it. I didn't want to believe it, and people like almost gaslit me into like thinking something happened that didn't actually happen. They're like, "Oh, it was good for you," blah 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 blah. Because like for men, it's a whole different story.
I was just gonna say, since you're a man, you should have enjoyed it. Like
hell yeah, free. Dude, you got laid, free. Bro.
I was on a couch, passed out. I couldn't move. I was just like, but I could like in my head, I could like kind of see what was going on, and so there was just guys, and then probably like 1 a.m. these girls showed up, and I was like, dude, I was out. I was like, dude, I was gone. I was just like, I was out of it. And then there were these two girls. This one girl came inside of my lap, and the other girl was talking to my friend Andrew. And dude, I was out of it. And there were videos, there were pictures of me, of like me and these girls, and me and my friends, and videos beforehand. And dude, I was like the drunkest I've ever been. Like, I was just like laying there, like Like, you know, like when you're moving your head around a lot, and because like you're so drunk, you move your head around, it feels weird. I was doing that shit. I'd like stand up, I'd fucking fall over and shit. I got all fucked up that night and bruised. I fucked up my shoes and my clothes. It was terrible. But anyways,
I remember you telling me about your shoes getting fucked up.
But anyways, these two girls picked me up like this, one on each arm, and they dragged me out of the house to one of the girls' cars. And I remember they dragged me, and I woke up and I was wearing Jordans, and they completely scuffed the top of my Jordans because I couldn't fucking walk. And they put me in the back of the car, and I was sitting there drunk as fuck. And she got over top of me. She started straddling me, and she fucking rode me when I was passed out drunk. She fucking rode my cock, and when she got done, they took me back inside. And I remember when I went back inside, I don't remember anything. At that point, I was out of it. And I remember the next morning, I saw the video of them picking me up and carrying me out of the house. And my friends were telling me what was happening. And I was just like, I didn't consent to it. I didn't ask for it. I didn't do any. I had no way of knowing what was going on or anything. And they left after that, and they were completely sober. They showed up sober, and they drove away sober. And that happened to me, and I was in high school. And for the longest time, I put it back in my head. I was like, oh, I got fucking laid, you know, whatever. And it wasn't a big deal. And when I was probably 19 or 20 or 21, I started to think back on it, and it really started to bother me, and it really like made me feel like weak and not very powerful, and I was afraid to drink. And that's one of the things that really turned me off from drinking, and why I don't drink too much. And for the longest time, it haunted me, and I was afraid to drink. And this still might be some of the reason why I don't drink, because like I never want to feel powerless again. But to this day, like I remember that's why I started smoking a lot of weed too. It was like probably 19, 20. And I would never deal with it. I would just run away from it. And if someone brought it up, or if someone started talking about, you know, the R word, whatever it was, like I would like my chest would get tight. I'd just like be quiet and try not to like say anything. I wouldn't add to the conversation and things like that. And it was super traumatic for me. And I had trauma from it for a long time. But what I decided to do was one day I was like, listen, that happened to me. It fucking happened. It was a terrible fucking thing. But I'm not gonna let that pain rule my life. I'm not gonna let that pain overtake me. I'm not the action. I'm not the trauma. I'm not that traumatic event. I'm a fucking human being, and I got a lot of life to live, a lot of passion inside of me, a lot of aggression, and I'm not gonna let that fucking shit hold me down. I'm not gonna let that shit affect my mental. I'm not gonna be triggered by a evil action of another person. I will never, ever give,
you can't let them
surrender my mental, surrender my happiness, surrender my ability to cope and my ability to be better to any traumatic event, to any person ever. So will trauma stick with you forever? If you let it, yes, it will. 100%. If you let it, it will. What you have to do is you have to think about it. You have to accept it. You have to replay that shit in your mind. That shit replayed my mind so many times. It's replaying my mind right now. You have to accept that it happened, but it's not you. This is you. This is your trauma. All right. Just like this is you. This is when you want to race in high school or middle school. This is you, and this is your first date. All right. It doesn't define who you are. It doesn't define your mental health. It doesn't define your triggers. It doesn't define any of that. But if you let it, of course it will. 100%. Of course it fucking will.
Yeah, and you're not just gonna forget about it. Like it's not just gonna completely disappear. You'll never have to think about it again. It's just the whole. Like when it does pop in your mind, or when you do get reminded of it, you just can't shut down. You can't.
It doesn't trigger me anymore. It doesn't give me anxiety. It doesn't do any of that.
So you can't get all flustered.
Gotta get over it quite simply.
It doesn't sit in the back of my head at all. No, it doesn't, Cloud. It really doesn't. It literally does not bother me anymore.
Pretty much just gotta stop caring about it.
It's not that I don't care about it. I care that it happened, but it literally forced my mind because I overcame it and I became better. And all these things that hurt me, if I let them hurt me, it'll make me a mentally weak person. But if I overcome them, accept them, and conquer them, it makes me a stronger person. And my mental will forever be stronger because of that. My mental health and my mental fortitude, my mental strength will forever be stronger because of that. But I still change stuff. I'm not good with giving up control. I like to be in control because of that. It'll forever know whether it affects you, I guess, consciously have control. Well, Tish, that's okay. Tish is like, it'll be there forever in your head. No fucking shit, bro. That's called memories. Very, very crazy concept. Tish is like, it'll always be in your head.
That's a
no fucking shit. Jesus.
I was like, holy shit. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. Hot off the presses. You said it wasn't? No, I didn't. That's not what I said. I said it doesn't affect. It doesn't weigh on me. It doesn't hold me back. It doesn't hurt me.
I said it would like still be there. You don't forget about it. And he agreed with that.
But so like I said, I'm telling you guys now, like, if you say that trauma will stick with you forever, you will live a very unhappy life. That's why you see these adults who are unhappy, and you see them, and I think some people who are speaking in chat right now should be great candidates and great understandings of this concept. You experience extreme trauma from your friends, from strangers, from family, from work, from everything. It'll never fucking stop. And if you say those things will stick with you forever, and guess what? You'll just keep getting more trauma. You'll build it up. And when you're old and you're 50, you're 60, you have your kids, you're going to take it out on your kids, you're going to take it out on your wife, you're going to take it out on XYZ. It's because you never deal with trauma. People don't deal with trauma.
When you succumb to the idea that, like, I'm going to be traumatized, like this has traumatized me forever. Like,
this will be with me forever and follow me. Mm-hmm.
Like, the moment you succumb to that idea is the moment it becomes your reality. Is the moment it takes control over you. And I know it's like, it's easier said than done, but like it's not easy, but it's simple.
No, it's not easy.
It's not gonna be easy at all.
It was not easy for me.
Fucking simple.
Ben, was I not a major drug head? Like, I was a fucking drug addict, bad. Like, bro, I would fucking steal coins from my parents' cars and stuff to get fucking weed, to get cigarettes, to get pills, to get coke.
I had a coin board that, like, I collected a coin from every state, and I had it in, like, one of those, like, big boards.
I remember this, bro.
It was a quarter. And one day, I don't remember what it was for, but you took them all out, and it was like,
bro,
I think it was like $12 or something.
I would scrounge up $15 and get a Xanny bar. It was you get a bar for $15, and I would pop a Xanny bar, and I would just lay in my room and just trip out in my bed. I'd get like 2 or 3 of them, and I'd drink a Four Loko. Literally, I did that for probably like a year straight, probably like 3 or 4 days out of the week. I would fucking scrounge up enough money, and I'd have a job to get some Xanax, and I would get a Four Loko from my friend at work because he was 21. He could buy it for me, and I'd just go home and just get fucked in my room every single night. And like here's something else I'll tell you, and I'm not trying to like big bro you, but I'm gonna tell you this: I've overcome some trauma, but it'll still get to me sometimes. Then you haven't overcome it quite yet, but I know you can. It gives me panic. I will freak out and be silent. That's what I'm saying. And so I was like that too. And I'm telling you guys, one of the biggest things I've learned, and you should take this advice because I never did. And I will, if I could go back to my old self, I'd beat the shit out of myself. Listen to people older than you, because guess what? And I tell this all the time. People don't really live that different of lives. Most people experience on scale a very, very similar life as far as like dealing with trauma, dealing with financial problems, dealing with friends, relationships, family. Is it unique to you? Of course, like you're not gonna like feel like heard or understood, but like your life is not like super unique or crazy. The chemicals in your brain are not super unique or crazy. They're very understandable. And I'm telling you guys now, when I was your age, I said the same thing. I was like, this will be with me forever. I'm stuck with this. I'm just stuck. And I lived that life, and it was very unhappy, very unfulfilling. And I wish I would have dealt this sooner. I wish I would have understood this sooner, and I wish I would have given myself. I wish you guys did this too, but I should have given myself a second chance at life sooner. It took me till I was about 23 years old to give myself a second chance at life and to stop being ruled by letting trauma rule my life. And what was the biggest reason? I'll say it's not laziness, but because I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to accept these hard truths. It's a hard truth to accept, but you have to accept it, and that's the first step of getting over it. Is accepting that it happened, accepting the truth that you can be better, you can get over it, and your mind's a lot stronger than what you fucking think.
I mean, hell yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have too much to add to that. That's pretty solid statement.
Yeah.
What about you, Corbin?
We all agree, basically.
Yeah. Do you guys think there's any way, like anything where trauma could just follow you forever? And like I said, Tish is right. I won't forget it. I remember it happened. I think about it from time to time. When I think about it, does it give me anxiety? No. Does it give me like any type of emotion that's negative? No. And I can look back on a lot of things that like were traumatic for me, and I believe that they've made me as strong as I am today. And I use those things as reinforcement armor. So when I do go through something new, I know I'll get through it. I know I'll overcome it. I know I'll be better. Literally, and I'll fucking say it. We're not saying anyone's names, but you guys will know who this is. In the beginning of this stream, we're talking about trauma and laziness, adrenaline. Early in this stream, someone came in here and they replied to one of my messages and they said, please unblock my phone number. And what they did to me was very shitty. And it didn't affect me. Because I've literally, like I said, you're the king, your mind is your castle. You gotta be the king and queens of your own castle. You decide what comes in, you decide what goes out, and you decide what's in your castle. And if you decide to leave the trauma in there and to not deal with it and to not accept it, you're gonna fuck yeah, you're gonna have trauma forever. And you guys don't realize, because especially our parents and people older than us, like I'd say 35 to 40, were never taught these things. We're not deep thinkers because they were forced to get jobs. They got married early, and you see it. And the abuse of spouse, the abuse of children, the abuse of alcohol, the abuse, like there's all these crazy things. And people always say, where does this come from? Hurt people, which is not an excuse, obviously, but it's because they have unresolved trauma they don't deal with. And if you don't deal with it, you'll become that person. You'll become that old person who's unhappy, who has a terrible life, and will never be fulfilled. That's just the truth. That is the fucking truth. And if you guys don't want to accept it, then you're going to be that old person that's super unhappy, treats everyone like shit, treats themselves like shit, has addiction issues, has abuse issues, whatever they may be. Mental, emotional, etc.
Never thought about it like that.
It is. That's why.
Oh, hurt people.
Literally, bro. I was that person.
Well, yeah, you don't, like, happy, good, normal, average, basic people don't just go around being dickheads and
think on it, overcome it. You don't have to, like, yeah. You and the thing is, like, overcoming it is not like thinking about it and saying, oh, I gotta shut down and crawl back into my hole. That's not overcoming it. Will you go through that phase in that period? And listen, I'll say this to Brenna's point earlier. It's gonna be different for everyone. How long did it take me to get over it from when I actually started to deal with it? Probably a year. I'm not gonna lie. And it was a mix of other things too. And I was also, like, physically abused, but not by my family members or anything like that, but by a person I dated. And that was super traumatizing for me. That took me even longer to get over. And I coped, and I was like, I'm a man. It doesn't matter. I'm stronger. Did more drugs. And the thing was, when I was in that period of, like, letting the trauma stick with me, I was shitty to my brother. I was shitty to my parents. And after I dealt that trauma, and after I got clean, is when my relationship with my brother, and after I left that person, is when my brother's relationship with my brother became stronger than ever. Like, dude, after that shit, me and Ben were fucking, like, we were always been pretty inseparable. We were fucking so close. I was with him every single day. And I'll say this, and I don't think I've built close. Ben is, like, one of the biggest reasons I pulled out of that. Like, and why I chased my dreams so hard now was because, like, when I was going through, I felt like I had nobody. I felt like I was alone. And literally me and Ben just spent every single day together for probably, like, 6 months. You remember that, Ben? Like, we were literally, like, after school, I'd be like, Ben, what do you want to do? We'd go to the gym together. We'd come back. We'd just be together. And you guys need
soccer, throw frisbee.
Yeah, and this goes back to, like, the laziness thing. That's what you need to form meaningful connections, relationships. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I'm super lucky to have a brother, because I think like a brotherly bond, but it's a sibling bond in general, is one of the strongest bonds you can ever form. And it's gonna be one of the best, most loyal, most understandable bonds for pretty much anyone. So if you don't have a sibling, I truly, like, not in a bad way, but, like, that sucks. It really fucking does.
Like, you're screwed.
No, you're not screwed.
Nah, like, you have no shot.
That's why forming meaningful connections. And the thing is, like, I don't think you can have a meaningful relationship, like a dating relationship, if you have trauma, like, that you haven't dealt with. I'll say that from experience. We don't hang out anymore. Yeah, dude, if you guys have siblings, make sure you get close to them. Siblings are, like, I believe, one of the most important relationships you'll have in your life. Like, me and my sister aren't close, and I regret it. I don't think we'll ever be close because of just, like, us never dealing with it. We were too lazy to overcome our problems and talk about it.
Kind of like me and my siblings, me and my sister. It's kind of like, it's whatever. Like, we don't hate each other, but we're definitely nothing too crazy. But me and my brother, kind of like you and Ben.
Y'all tight. Wait, how old is your brother?
17.
My best friend grew up. I don't have family relationships, and I don't regret it as of now. Well, if you don't have them, you're not gonna, like. Well, Tish, you say that, but if you had family relationships when you're growing up with, you know, good family, like I tell people this all the time too, and this is just to cover this one point, this one caveat that people say, you don't get to choose your family, and there are shitty, disgusting people everywhere, and sometimes they end up being your family members, and if that's the case, like, that's another thing. I'm the only.
You can also find other relationships that aren't family that feel like family.
Good, Michael.
Act like family.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Corbin, 100%. I'm the only child, and it never bothered me because I have so many cousins who are, like, little brothers and sisters, but I'm closer to my mother than anyone else. Me and my parents are closer than ever. Brennan says, there's been a lot to overcome and continue to deal with. It still lingers, but I will say certain circumstances respond differently because of the effect that trauma had on me. Some things necessarily still make me anxious or upset. Brenna, what I'll say is, like, I believe in you. I believe 100% that you can break free of past traumatic experiences and past rejections by partners, by friends, by family, or whatever it may be, or terrible events that happen to you. I believe you can do it. But if you don't believe you can do it, you'll never do it. I'm glad my cousin and I are super close. You guys will always be close to my family. We are your family. I tell you guys this all the time. Like, I want you guys to be you guys are my little bros. I want to be a big bro to you guys. That's how I see myself, as your big bro. Like, I'll fucking be there for you to cry on your shoulder. I'll be there to fucking make fun of you when you're being stupid. I'll be there to fucking push you to get better. And if someone fucks with you, I'll go beat their ass. It means a lot. One thing is, I find family friends more than actual family treatment. Same club, but for real. So
my big brother.
He's short, bro, and he's almost big, bro. So Corbin, I'll say this: do you regret your relationships with your sister? Like, do you regret not getting close to her? And do you blame yourself, or do you think it's like a mix?
I don't fully blame myself, no, but I think it would be nice because where I live now, I live like 10 minutes from her, but I live like 8.5 hours from my brother. And I'm definitely closer to my brother, but it's just when we were younger, always arguing, always fighting. The only time we ever talked to each other is when we were arguing or fighting about something. So we never really got along on a bunch of things. So it wasn't just me, but yeah, I mean, it would be nice to be close to her like I am with my brother, but I just think, I don't know how like sister and sisters are and what it is to have a brother as a sister, like as a female, as a sister.
It's different, for sure.
Brother and brother, yeah, I don't really think it gets better than that.
At least that's how I see it. Well,
there's something about it, yeah.
I know a little bit personally from Tish. Your situation is definitely like understandable with some of the family things I've heard. But so guys, and I'm glad we segmented it into that, because I think, like I said, I think mental laziness is an epidemic in our society because of social media, TikTok, and people saying like it's just become so commonplace. And to say, oh, trauma's with you forever, you're gonna be traumatic, you're gonna have triggers. Okay, but why? Tell me why. You don't have to. People aren't happy who do that. People will not end up happy who do that. Like, I'm telling you right now, chat, you do that, you will fucking be an old person. When you get to be your 40s and 50s, if you don't deal with this shit in your 20s and 30s, you're going to be miserable for the rest of your fucking life.
Age like milk, bro. It's not good for your skin.
Well, who gives a fuck about that?
Dude, not having a healthy body isn't good for your mind either. It's just like a slippery slope, bro. The more you stay stressed and anxious, the quicker you're going to age physically, mentally.
Well, like I said, the thing is... What are you going to say, Corbin?
No, I was saying I love milk, though.
Yeah, milk is good for you. The thing is, like, it all starts with you. And I think, and what I wanted to get with this, how to overcome laziness. And I'll let Corbin and then Ben go after this. This is my take on overcome laziness. How to overcome it. Take extreme accountability and have an extreme confidence in your mind. Your mind is more powerful than anything else on this planet. Computers, money, everything. It's way more powerful than anything on this planet. And guess what? Most humans don't even use 100% of their mind. Not even close. Like, obviously. So what you need to do is use that little thinker in your fucking head and get through that shit. Believe in yourself. Believe you're fucking God on earth if you have to for a while. And fucking get over that shit. Fucking overcome. I'm not going to say it's going to take a day, a year, 2 years. I don't know how long it's going to take for you. I don't know. But if you say you can't get over it, it's going to be with you forever, you've already given up and you're being fucking lazy. You're being mentally lazy and you're betraying yourself. You've already been fucked over. You've already been screwed. You've already been traumatized. Why are you traumatizing yourself? Why are you fucking doing it to yourself? It's time to fucking change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. It all starts with you. Take extreme accountability. Don't even sit there during the trauma. I don't blame the girl who did it to me. I mean, like, obviously she did a fucked up thing, and in a court of law, I'd blame her. But I don't fucking blame her for me being fucked up for all those years. I don't fucking have any towards, like, I don't even like fucking, I wouldn't even say I hate her. Because I feel nothing towards her. Because guess what? My mental is more important than having hate in my heart, having fucking trauma, having discontent, having these triggers, having all that shit. I'm more fucking important. You're more fucking important than your trauma. That's what you take that accountability. Say, I sat down one day. I was like, dude, this is on me to handle. It's on me to deal with. It's on me to take care of. All right, Corbin, what's your take on overcoming mental laziness?
I believe you need goals. You need something to go after. You don't just like get up and be like, oh, I don't feel like being lazy today, and then just start like doing something. You kind of need to like plan out goals, realistic goals, not like something crazy. Maybe smaller goals so you can just like climb slowly, but you're actually like doing something every single day. You need to like recognize the goals and accomplishments that you get, because positive self-talk compared to like negative, that can really mess with your laziness. If you're always talking negative about yourself, you're not going to believe in yourself. You're just going to feel lazy. You're not going to want to do anything.
Goodies.
I think asking for help is also another good thing to help with laziness.
That's why you need relationships.
You don't want to be afraid. Yeah, you don't want to be afraid to ask for help. Friends, significant others, family.
Real friends who understand this kind of thing and who buy into this mentality. Help. Yeah, exactly, Corbin.
That's kind of what I think would help.
Benzo.
My advice would be to, if someone's like you see these people online like, oh, it's okay to have triggers, it's okay to be traumatized, like all this and that.
Like, they post TikToks about it.
I don't think you should take advice from unhappy people.
Exactly.
I don't think you should like the moment you agree to be traumatized, the moment you agree to be unhappy is like it's just when that's when you've truly became unhappy. When you give up and just decide that you're fucked, like you decide that you're stuck with it, that's when it truly, like, it's like you quite honestly, you make your own reality as far as your mental goes. Like if you agree to that idea, if you agree to that mindset, that's the mindset you're gonna have.
All right, I like that. Same. Okay. All right, chat. 3 minutes. Let me know your final thoughts on this mental laziness and overcoming trauma, overcoming anxiety, overcoming anything. What's up, Cooch? As long as you don't let them drag you time. I'll give you guys a couple minutes and we're gonna move on. We have a less deep, more of a physical topic after this.
Ooh.
Anything, chat? Any final words? Corbin's, he's very deep, if you know what I'm saying.
Just eating appetizer. Nice.
Sick last words.
In review, I'm ready. Reading a book, and I'm thinking about my views on shit. Good, Tish. Bro, that's the one thing I wanted you to do, Tish. I don't want you to agree with everything, but I want you to be like, I want you to be able to like be willing to like, hey, like maybe I'm not thinking the right way. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, something you believe when you're young is probably wrong, and you're fucking yourself over. But I agree, you can't stay in it forever. Yeah, it's not a thing. It's truly not. Take it from someone who knows. And I've been through so much fucking shit, chat. I've been all over the place, and I personally, dude, Bruna, thank you. See, Bruna, I'm proud of you. Good job. Proud. I like that. I like that you've, like I said, people who are willing to change their mind on things is very rare nowadays. People will literally fucking destroy their own lives because they're too stubborn to like change the way they think, because they think like being wrong is bad. Being wrong is okay. I'm wrong all the time about shit, and I had to realize that. Brain, I can't fully express. I think more positive. Good, Coochie, and I do that sometimes too. All right, chat. We're gonna move on. Also, so you have to push forward, exactly, and you gotta push forward, and you gotta realize what pushing forward actually is. Okay, so next, guys, we're going to we're gonna watch this thing, and I think it's something we can all relate to because everyone in here probably has a job, right? So we're gonna watch this video that went kind of viral on Twitter about this Starbucks employee. You guys can see this, right, Corbin and Ben?
Yeah.
About this Starbucks employee. And so I want to go ahead and preface this with saying, like, the trans part could just be deleted. I don't care if they're trans, cis, whatever. Like, who gives a fuck? The trans part is
kind of just reaching with that.
I don't really understand, because like, just like real people, trans people are lazy. Some trans people are not lazy. Like, they're just people. But anyways, so this is a Starbucks employee having a meltdown over you'll see.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and I am literally about to quit. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but like, I really want to. I almost walked out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cried on the floor. It's just, I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and on a weekend
they're working 25 hours a week, so they're working a part-time job at Starbucks.
They schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours.
An 8.5 hour shift, chat.
Both Saturday and Sunday.
2 days in a row.
3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day.
So there's 5 employees, including him.
Only 5 people were put on the schedule, and somebody
making
call out.
They're making coffee too, by the way.
People running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's possibly scheduled 5 people. We only have 13 people employed at this store, and there's so many customers, and they are good. We don't have fair scheduling. Managers don't care about us. Our manager was supposed to come in this weekend, and he took himself off the schedule, so he wouldn't be able to be held accountable for calling out. He just literally tore down the schedule that he was scheduled on and put up a new schedule where he wasn't on the schedule. Also, he couldn't have even seen that he was scheduled in the first place because he didn't want to be held accountable for not wanting to come in.
So I'll go ahead and say I agree that's a shitty thing to do as a manager. I've been a manager.
I mean, yeah,
you don't want to bail on your hours. Or open and close, only 3 people on the floor. I think you'll be fine.
We don't want to
have a good manager.
We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen. We need fair scheduling. We need managers to hold themselves accountable.
Tish, if the sub goal, like covering half this guy's face, is like you missed the point of the video, you're hopeless already.
For helping their workers, they refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders, and I need to get through all of them. And then people are yelling at me because I don't have their orders ready, and they don't know what to do.
This is very intriguing video to me thus far. And before Corbin and I give our thoughts on, we're gonna watch the rest of the video. I want chat to hear some stuff first.
Not Ben.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll Ben too.
Ben's thoughts on this.
And a customer was misgendering me today, like really badly. I didn't have their order ready, and so they were just like talking to each other, and they're like, "She's clearly incompetent." I have a full mustache and beard. What the fuck? I don't get accommodations for being neurodivergent. I don't. Like, I can't use. People get mad at me for using my sick time. I don't even know what to do anymore.
Did he say he
I'm like
doesn't
at my
get
wits end with this
compliments?
job.
He doesn't get what's the word? Accommodations
He
for
said, "I
being
don't get
neurodivergent.
Compliments. I was like, bro, he goes out looking for compliments. I don't get compliments.
I really am.
So I favored this guy's tweet, but there is, and like I said, we'll get your thoughts in a second. There is a big quote tweet. I don't think 95% of people mocking him could handle working as a Starbucks barista for 8 hours a day. He's not working 8 hours a day. He's working 25 hours a week. All right. And people are saying, oh, this is insane. This is too much. So chat, we'll first go to you guys. Let's hear some thoughts. And then
I have a really hot take on this.
We'll let Ben go first and after this. Good Coochie. Is anyone have a hot take on this? Anyone have any strong opinions that they want to voice that we can address before we get into it? Because once me and Ben and Corbin dive into it, we're gonna be like, it's gonna be some hot shit. I can already tell. Anyone? At the moment, no. All right, Ben, go ahead.
Alright, so from personal experience, I definitely like. I'm not like saying making coffees for 25 hours a week isn't hard, but like
Tish based.
Fuck.
Finally
dude.
based Tish.
I genuinely think that's like the most pussy shit I've ever heard. Being like getting frustrated because you have to do your job. Being frustrated because it's like a little bit busy.
Mm-hmm.
Blows my mind that person said 95% of people can't handle working as a Starbucks employee.
And no, I looked at the
hours.
quote tweets too,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked at a lot of the comments, and it honestly pissed me off the amount of people saying, "Oh well, I don't see any of you guys doing this. I don't see."
I agree,
see
Mick.
all these old
Face
heads
Mick.
shitting on him. I don't see these old heads working as a Starbucks barista. I'm like, what the fuck are you?
That's okay,
talking
Tish.
about?
That's normal.
Like, it's quite honestly, it's fucking ridiculous. Like the amount of people that think it's normal to like break down after your 8.5-hour shift making coffees. Like it got a little busy.
25 hours a week. And they're in college too, so.
And some dumb bitch was like, "Where's my coffee?" And you fucking flip shit over it. Like, dude, at Walmart, bro, I have to like fend off like the homeless people trying to steal Pokemon cards and ramen noodles, and they try to bite me and shit. They scream at me, like they try to square up and shit.
Wrestling match every
And I'm gonna
day.
be honest, dude. When it gets busy, when I see someone do some sly shit, when things are going down, bro, I get excited, dude. It makes work enjoyable, you know. It's like, bro, when I prefer work to be busy. I prefer shit to be going down. Like in my opinion, that's more enjoyable.
So before you go deeper and before you get Corbin's take, I'm gonna challenge your take with, and I'm not disagreeing with you on anything yet. So I'll say this. So people are saying like, yeah, people do that all the time where they work harder, they work longer hours, they work in different jobs that are harder. But they say you shouldn't be doing that. Work should be easier. You shouldn't be expected to do all these things. You shouldn't expect to work 8 hours standing on your feet all day. Work like you should be able to sit down, take more breaks, etc. Like have more workers' rights. Do you think that this person is like being like? And I'm sure it's hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's a tough.
I mean, my response is this: like personally, I don't. Out of that person, I expect the fucking bare minimum. Out of a lot of people, I expect the bare minimum, but like to be honest,
exactly, Cloud.
If you want to, you're gonna have to do what you gotta do. Like do I think that like people should yell at you and for not like having their coffee ready? Do I think people like you should be underscheduled? No, but like what are you gonna do about it?
Cry, make a Twitter video.
Do it. Like just like at the end of the bro. If work's busy, if someone screams at me, if this, if that,
me too,
who cares? I go home, I eat, and I stream. Like it doesn't matter.
All right, Corbo, what do you think about that video? Your thoughts?
I really don't have much to say. I'm just confused. Like I don't understand. Like it could be hard to some people or harder to some than others, but I just really don't understand how it's that hard. There's 5 people in like a store that is, or yeah, restaurant store, whatever, that is like less than like 900 square foot. You serve like one drive-through person at a time. You serve like one customer at a time. It's not overwhelming. I mean, I just don't understand how it got that.
And rude customers is part of any retail or food job, by the way, too.
I want to say,
and listen,
let Corbin finish. Let Corbin finish.
Person to person, if you're in public, like person to person, you're clearly going to come into somebody who's not going to be
exactly Victoria.
Like, there's not always going to be somebody that's.
What Victoria said: if you can't handle working at a Starbucks for 25 hours a week, you're going to be a loser in life. Like Evan, that guy, is a fucking low value loser. Because if you can't handle that, then like, what are you gonna be able to handle? Like, get a full-time job after college, bitch.
I wouldn't be that guy, but I don't know.
No, I was agreeing with what you said. Then I was saying something.
At the same time, I really don't know. Like I just don't think it can really be that hard.
I did word that wrong.
Regardless, like if it's busy, if it's not busy, you're gonna be doing your job anyways. Okay, it's busy. You have a line. Okay, you're gonna be making coffees. There's a few people in the store. It's like really slow. It's in the morning. You're still gonna be making coffees. I don't really know why it fucking matters.
I was agreeing with you, Vic, and then I made my own take after it. So like here's my take on this. And this is kind of disagreeing with Ben and Corbin a little bit. I think that these companies have extreme fucking greed. And that's pretty much every company. And we live in a capitalist society, and that'll be every company to the day we fucking die. Can we unionize and make things better worker conditions, better environments? Of course. And do I think we should? Of fucking course. But at the end of the day, that's just not the reality of the world. It never has been. It's been like this since the beginning of fucking time. But we are teaching, people are being taught, and they're learning, and they're discovering that through these breakdowns and these rants on social medias and blaming their circumstances, they're not overcoming, and they're not. And this goes back to being lazy. Listen, I'll just be real. If you can't, like I said, if you can't handle that job, you're not going to be able to handle anything else in life. I've worked in fast-paced environments like that part-time. I work in one right now, full-time, and trust me, like, do I feel like breaking ever? Fuck no.
Dude, I worked a super similar job actually, where we'd have car shows every Friday night at a little ice cream shop, and and it's not their fault, because to be honest, they were the owner's kids, and they it was like four grandkids. It was like 4 girls, and they were all like 14 and 15, and I was the only dude, and I was only 16. And towards the end of the night, when it got busy, because like all the old
hold on, take one break. Maybe instead of sitting back and recording yourself, you just do your like. If you're so busy, how the fuck you take a recording in the back? Keep going.
And they'd start crying because like the old men would like get all upset. Like there'd be a lot of people, and they'd be like, "Hey, what's taking so long?" And they'd cry and break down. And then I'd be the only one up there making ice cream, bro. And people would start freaking out. People like, I want my money back. I'd be like, well, God damn. And I'd go get my boss. The boss would give them their money back, and I just simply do my fucking job. Like regardless, like what do they want me to do?
They're acting like
am I supposed to
cry?
They're acting like stomp my feet, start raging, being a little piss baby.
Like if he's acting like or she, I'm not sure. Like if they're at Starbucks and they're taking extra longer than it normally should, or she's acting like they went ask the same thing, like not even yelling or anything, just asking like, "Hey, like is my coffee on the way? Like you guys even making it yet?" Like. And he's just freaking out like he doesn't do the same thing.
So like I said, this goes back to what I say. This is like red pill, accepting the hard truths in reality. There's no job that you're going to enjoy. Like you could say you enjoy it, and you do enjoy it to an extent. They're better than worse jobs. But like being like stuck in someone else's business where they're making money off you, because like no business is going to have a model where the employees benefit more than the company. It's always going to be vice versa. There's like maybe a few jobs in the world where that happens. Like it's very rare. So like in our society, you have to accept that that's just the reality. Now, can we try to change it? Of course. Starbucks set the standard law as long as it's reasonable according to labor laws or not. You can keep up on you. Same with relationships. Every place has a standard. Find out in your own needs. Yeah, like they definitely probably need like a job answering telephone calls or something. Maybe that'd be too much for them. I don't know. But like you're right, a less fast paced job. But like you just gotta accept that like work is hard. It's called work. All right, it's not easy. You're not gonna go in there and get paid to fucking make a coffee every hour, or there's not gonna be 20 employees in there, 1 employee for each customer that's in the fucking store. It's gonna be hard. It always will be hard. Like there's no job that's easy. They all have their like maybe some. They're all gonna have like their advantages, disadvantages. It's gonna be fucking hard. Now, like with the whole thing going to school, like people do that all the time. People like literally like back like 50 years ago, people would work in a coal mine all fucking day. And we have made substantial like changes to our labor laws, which I think is fucking amazing. And I think we still need to fucking speak out and use our voices to get more rights in the workplace and to be treated better. Like for example, I think it's kind of dumb. Like a lot of jobs don't want you fucking sit down behind the counter, and they want you to stand there all day, especially if you're just waiting. Like you should be able to fucking sit down. But at the same time, you have to accept the truth that that's not our reality yet, and you have to operate within your own, like within the reality that we're given as far as when you're at work. Because listen, you could be a free spirit and believe in all these liberal ideas and progressive ideas. I believe in a lot of them, but in the day when you go to work, you're working for them, and at the end of the day, like if you don't want to work for them, quit. Go if you truly don't think you wanna I want a pogo stick. If you don't want to fucking deal with a boss or a shitty manager, go fucking grow some vegetables and start selling them yourself. I don't fucking know. But like there's nothing that's going to be easier than fucking a Starbucks job. Life is fucking hard. You get over it. You work hard. You move through it. You can't break down. You can't complain. You have to fucking just quit. If you're not gonna work the job as it is right there, you quit and you move on. You can't blame Starbucks. I mean, you can, but like you can't like break down like oh they're evil, whatever. Like you signed up for the fucking job. They're not forcing you to work there. You're not an indentured fucking servant. Work on commission, no breaks. Every single day I was doing Zoom calls, meetings, competitions. He's getting paid anyways. I wasn't. The job, you took the job offer, you're getting paid, so you have to deal with it. Exactly. So like. Do I think that like workers should have more rights? Do I think that managers should have less power? And because like I believe, be your own boss. Yeah, I believe like for example like managers, like first of all, most managers start as associates and work in the job you work. So I don't know why they're not more understanding. But the thing is, they have a manager just breathing down their neck soon. Now, like, do I think managers should be more fair? Should be held more accountable? And they're not. Managers are called managers. They're not called the CEO. They're not called the rule maker. They're not called master. They're not called these things. They're managers. They manage to make sure work's done in a efficient company or corporate standard way. Do I think managers take way too much power and use their manager powers to like inflict emotional distress or emotional issues that makes the job harder on employees? 100% yes. I think that's terrible, and I do think there needs to be. And does HR ever help? No. Like HR needs to be walking around the store, make sure everyone's doing their job and treating everyone well. But HR sits in an office, and you'll file a complaint, and they might get to it. So like, there's a lot of things wrong with the workplace. I 100% agree. But like, at the same time, you're gonna have fuck HR. At the same time, you have to fucking like become like a little bit of a hardworking individual, a little bit of a put some armor on and get through that shit. Like you can't just fucking like break down and cry and film a video in the back because like it's hard. It's too hard for you. Like I told Ben this today. I say never say why me, because when you say why me, you've already given up and you're already like a weak, low value person. You gotta say try me. So like when life presents you with struggles, your job, relationships, family, anything, you gotta say try me. And you gotta go through it, because at the end of the day, it's not fair. It's never gonna be fair. It's never gonna be equal. It's never gonna be any of that stuff. You literally just have to fucking go through it and like have the mindset where like, listen, it's fucked, but this is where society is now. Now I'm 100% for more workers' rights, and I've talked about this a lot, and less power to managers and more power to the employees. I believe that 100%. I believe in unions. I think they're very important to protect workers. Because I do think a lot of jobs, some workers are just taken advantage of. And I do believe in higher pay for almost all employees and workers. But at the same time, right now, you have to function within the means of society, pay your bills, not go hungry, to not starve, take care of your kids, family, whatever it is, pay to go to college or whatever. You have to do that. Like, that's just the reality of the world, and you have to function within reality. If you can't function within reality, then you're going to be a homeless, lazy, loser fuck. I experienced that's discriminated because I had a learning disability, and I put a bag of bread on the bottom, and the cashier lady said, sorry, he's bagging the bags wrong. He's a learning disability. He doesn't understand. Yeah, like, that's fucked. Like, obviously. I also feel people like that Starbucks boy. To me, middle-aged managers, yeah, most of the time, like it's just like fucking old losers, like old dads who like their wife treats them like shit because they're losers as well. So like, they go and take out their fucking misery and shit on fucking like low pay, underpaid employees and fucking teenagers. It's okay to move on. Like, you have to be able to function within the reality of society, the reality of the workplace, the reality of these places. And if you can't, then like you're not gonna make too much change. Like, that's my thing. Now, like, for the people saying, oh, just work it, it's not a big deal. My dad used to work 12-hour days every single day. Like, that's pretty fucking shitty. Like, people are like, my manager's way worse. That's pretty fucking shitty. You don't want to be like, oh, just because, like, my position is worse doesn't mean that their position is any less valid. Do I think that it's probably harder than it needs to be at Starbucks and then they're underpaid? Yes, but so is every other fucking job in the world or in America. Like, in a capitalist society, which is what we live in, and this is just like, I think just like critical thinking. This is like where critical thinking is thrown out the window. And I do think a lot of work ethic is faded away with the generations, with media, and then like everyone's online nowadays. So they're like, you don't have to take that shit from your boss, blah, 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 blah. And like, and it's okay to be like emotional in the workplace, which I don't think you should mix emotions and work. I'll go ahead and say that. When you're at work, do your job. And like, the thing is, like, no matter how many hours you're there, you're going to be moving around, you're going to be doing things, your body's going to be tired, and that's just work. That's just part of it. You're never going to get away from that. A lot of times I have a bitchy customer and I have to walk away and let someone take care of it so I don't get bitchy back. Like I said, I've worked at a lot of places, and I've like gotten upset a couple times, sure, but most times when people are rude to me, I'm just like, sorry, sir, how you want to call corporate? Like, I really don't care. Like, I'm there to get paid. Like, I get, literally, you're there no matter what, whether you're fucking, someone's yelling at you, or you're fucking like sweeping the floors or stocking the shelves or fucking making coffee. You're there the same amount of hours. So what happens in your work stays at work, and just like let it go. Does it suck to get dehumanized, treated like shit? Fucking course, yeah. But like, at the end of the day, like, that's just everywhere. That's anywhere, because you operate around other humans, and other humans are shitty, and they always will be. It's your life. There are coworkers you might find really close with, but so just don't go to your job and then come home. Yeah, I believe that. And of course, you want to vote and you want to advocate for more workers' rights. You always want to do that. So that's the first thing I'll say to Ben's point. Because like, I agree with you, Ben. Like fucking harden the fuck up and stop being a little bitch. But then again, at the same time, you don't want to be taken advantage of. And but like, you also have to, like, if you fucking You can't just quit your job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that what you did, Victoria? You little bitch.
You little bitch.
She says she likes being degraded.
Oh no.
Yeah. I only step away if they're like over the top rude, but she was like, okay. All right. So that was just an interesting situation. I thought, because everyone was so divided that people were like, and no one had like a nuanced take. And I think mine's kind of nuanced. Like I can see both sides 100%, because I definitely believe in workers' rights, and I definitely think workers are taken advantage of.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, but then at the same time,
making it, they're doing a little too much.
Doing too much. And the thing is, you don't have a choice. You don't have a fucking choice. Would you rather be in China from the time you're 5 years old working in a sweatshop? No. At work, disrespect you, but handle it respectfully. I mean, customers, like, who gives a fuck, bro? Like, unless they're like physically harming you or like spewing slurs or, you know, being transphobic, homophobic, whatever it may be. Like, I would fucking maybe that's too much. But like, if they're just being assholes, just let them be assholes. You know what I'm saying? This is being a dramatic. Yeah, I agree. So, any final takes on that, Ben and Corbin?
I kind of said what I wanted to say.
Yeah, there's a lot we could say on it. It's more just kind of like a funny thing of just like, I think it does show a lot of mental weakness in just younger people. Like I think a lot of people are like way more mentally weak, not because we used to work at coal mines and work harder. I think that like, and I've talked about this before, there's like just an epidemic of like it's like promoted, it's encouraged, and it's okay to be mentally weak, and nobody wants to get mentally stronger.
About the whole encouraged and promoted, like it just blew my mind the amount of people that were like on his side, like agreeing, and
I thought it was kind of like 50-50.
You couldn't like do this, blah, 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 you couldn't do that. All these people, they couldn't do it. All this stuff. It's just kind of crazy. Like it's Starbucks.
Every club. I mean, like I said, yeah, I don't see Starbucks being, and maybe if it was like a job where they're like doing a little more extreme stuff, maybe I'd be a little more understanding. But like that, fuck no.
Yeah, I understand like some stuff's harder to others, but like you're making a drink, like come on.
All right, so we're gonna move to the next topic, and this one is gonna get some. This one might spark some controversy because I know my take's a little weird on it.
Stuff gets heated.
So next,
I like getting hated.
The next Corbin's in heat right now, actually, chat. So look out, ladies. There's a barista, they don't like it, but they don't cry over it. So guys, the next take is about dating men and women. Who is more loyal, men or women? And by loyalty, I do mean cheating, but who's more loyal in the sense of like, when I think of loyalty, I think more than just like, you know, being faithful. Neither, and I disagree with that, and I'm gonna say, I think of it more in just a way. So as far as supporting the other person's dream, being there as a shoulder to cry on regardless of the situation, understanding that like maybe something that might not upset you but upsets them, and you gotta be loyal to them no matter what, and like be there for them, be understanding, be reciprocate, and like loyalty is more than just like not cheating. So what we'll get into first is
so it's not just like straight like relationship, like
it's
emotional. It's like friends. It's just in general.
It's different if you're talking about hetero or queer relationships. We could get into that too. So first, I'll say this. I'm sure if it's men, we're sort about women cheating. So no. I will say this. If we're talking about cheating, so we'll get into cheating first. What is the definition of cheating? So my definition of cheating is very, very strict. I think if you entertain attention, or you enjoy attention from someone that isn't your significant other, that's cheating. So like girls who like let guys snap them and they're like, oh, he's so flirty, and don't block them, that's cheating to me. Because I'm fucking like in a relationship, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a very dominant person in my relationships with someone I'm dating, like, and that's just how I am. Don't look at someone else. Entertaining is cheating.
It's different for everybody. Some people might think it's cheating, some don't. That's why you gotta communicate, because then you're gonna make your other person angry when you don't think you're doing nothing.
So like for me, like I believe that like if a girl is or a guy is like having thoughts, watching porn, fantasizing even, that's cheating to me. Like I will not be with the girl who watches porn. I will not be with the girl who fangirls over like an actor or an entertainer. And this might be crazy. And the thing is, like, the good thing about relationships is it's very opinion based, because everyone can have a different kind of relationship, different take on relationship. And the thing is, I don't think this is for everyone. I think this is very personal. to the person. And today's 100% cheating. Porn is gross. So I do believe that in certain relationships, people can make this work. But I'm saying for me, and when it comes to that, I do believe more women cheat than men. Now who like goes out and fucks other people more? Definitely fucking men. Like 100%. Like guys will fucking fuck. Like they'll definitely fuck another person way quicker than a woman. Man. Yeah. But I think mentally and emotionally, women cheat way more, way fucking more. But like physically, definitely men. 100%.
That's just how men are. You literally give the man the tiniest chance, and
yeah,
most of the time
they'll fold. Ben, what's your definition of cheating? What's the like the smallest cheat for you, and then the biggest? The biggest being obviously fucking someone else. What's the smallest cheat for you?
This might sound oddly specific, but like it's just like in the past. So like a girl just being a close friends with one of my friends. Like they weren't friends beforehand, but all of a sudden they're like tight. Like no, I can't block them. They need me. Or, like no, I can't stop texting them. Like they're my friend. What do they bring that I don't?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about you, Corbin?
Like, why do you have to confide in another man?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. What about you, Corb? What's the least cheat? So like obviously fucking being the most. What's the least?
Yeah. Probably kind of like what you were saying, like the whole. It's like yeah, I don't really care about guy best friends. Like obviously you can be friends with a guy, whatever, blah blah blah. But
nah,
if she's going out with the guy all the time, if she's hanging out with them all the time, what?
You should be your girl's best friend.
Yeah, I understand that, but
Guess I'm gonna cheat. I'll cheat on each other. So here's something I'll say. Guys are only best friends with girls in the hopes that they'll fuck them one day.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I preach about. A guy is not friends with a girl he wouldn't fuck.
Yep, that's true. 100% true.
It's literally all on your girl though. Like it's like obviously I already know 100% the guy would. It's just literally all on your girl.
Unless they're gay.
But what I was getting at is if she's hanging out with other dudes constantly, if she's going out with girls and there's like groups of guys with the group of girls that she's with, no. Like, no.
Mick, this is where you have to swallow the red pill. There's no man who is a friend of yours. Unless they're old or maybe a family friend.
It blows my mind.
Or related.
They refuse or they...
Every guy who's friends with a girl...
I do that.
Every dude your age or around your age who's friends with you wants to fuck you. Like they're not gonna be your friend unless they wanted to smash.
My life on it.
Yeah, 100%, 110%. And most guys are pussies. They're not gonna say anything, but if you gave them a sliver of a chance, they would fuck you.
I promise you, if you literally just gave them the chance, you would realize.
he's like, give him a chance.
Realize.
Like 110%.
No cap.
So like for me. The reason why I think women cheat more is because, and I'm not saying all women, but majority, women will always love attention from men, regardless if they're married. That's why I like crazy women, because I think crazy, obsessive women have a gene or a brain thing, a brain chemical that will let them literally like just be fucking obsessed with me and only me. That's all they can think about. Like I want a girl who would carve my name into her skin. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of shit I like.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, for me, like, women like attention. When women post a sexy Instagram story, they're like, it's for me. It's not for anyone else. Nah, that's...
If it was, you wouldn't post it. You wouldn't.
That's for guys to view it, to like it, to swipe up. Boom. That's the only reason. You know, like...
Girls love...
Girls love male attention.
From, like, 50 plus.
And they like to turn them away and reject them. But I still think that's weird. Like, that's so weird.
Even if they have like zero interest, they'll still talk. They'll still do anything to keep communication with them. Just for they
won't block them. Like, dude. So
collecting cards for me.
Exactly. So girls will have a guy DM like, I want to fuck the shit out of you. And like, well, I didn't reply, but I'm like, you guys are still following each other. Like, why didn't you unfollow them? Why didn't you block them? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna reply, but why? So they can swipe up on your next story and you get that same dopamine hit.
Yeah, so you're not completely cutting them off, so they still do it, but you're not actually giving them the chance. That's where the whole like non-physical cheating comes in.
You guys think do you think that guys post proactive pictures for attention too? Yeah, I think a lot of guys do. I think guys have an innately different perception of social media, and I think this is agreeable for guys and girls, and it's like negatives it's pros and cons for each. So women see social media and posting in a different way, and guys see it in a completely different way.
So you can definitely tell when
I think provocative. I think provocative for a guy and a girl is very different.
Yeah, because you might think a gym pic is provocative because they're literally like only in pants or shorts or something like that, but.
Yeah, but like
good PJ.
So okay, like Sin, I want your opinion on this. Would you, a guy posting a picture of him like fucking like fully flexed in the mirror, shirtless, like posting that compared to a girl posting a picture of her pump that happens to be like her ass, and she's just like bending over, spreading her cheeks. She like, look at this glute pump, and it's just like
bending over, spreading her cheeks.
I'm joking. It's like I'm exaggerating.
We'll be realistic for the conversation.
But like, would you consider?
So, a girl posting like a picture of her booty pump, and a guy flexing his like abs and his muscles.
Yeah, would you consider this the same? See, that's where I consider it wrong. I think
But why?
I think girls and guys receive attention differently, and I think girls and guys' bodies are sexualized way.
But literally, you said earlier the reason you started working out is because the perception of people calling you scrawny and stuff. So the reason you post the pictures and you got bigger was because, well, that's like most guys.
But it's not for girls though, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Every time I've ever posted a picture, the ratio of guys to girls sliding up is like 10 guys to 1 girl.
It's because I'll be honest, it's because you're very gay passing.
What?
Like, people think you're gay, bro. Like, dude, everyone I talk to, literally, no, I'm not kidding. I'll be honest. Like, we're doing Red Pill, bro. People think you're gay. Like, I literally, everyone I talk to is like, is your brother gay or bisexual? I'm like,
I mean, I don't care, but disclaimer, I'm not gay. I like girls.
I mean, I know that is what you've told me, but
boobies.
The way you behave, the way you act, the way you post is very gay.
Yummy boobas. Yep.
One specific person.
I like boobs.
Like, that was so long. But no, I agree. I disagree. I think that, like, I mean, dude, so it's different, a little different from me, but I'll talk pre-social media Sin. If I posted a shirtless picture or a thirsty picture, it was definitely so girls would see it. Like, I don't
even. What the fuck?
Why'd you delete?
I accidentally timed her out. What the fuck?
You deleted 6 of her messages, bro? Jesus. Cloud, can you fix that?
Yeah, I was just trying to click on her name. My bad. What the fuck?
I didn't get to see what she said. What?
She just said she thought I was gay, and I was like clicking on her name to look at her message.
But so you said this. You said, so if you posted a shirtless picture of your pump, and your girl posts a picture of her in a sports bra, a booty pump, whatever it is, you don't think she could have the same intentions as you?
No.
Like, to show off to her girlfriends, to inspire fitness in females? You don't think there's females who want to inspire fitness in other females? Like, you don't think female fitness influencers are the thing? Like, females who care about other females' fitness? Like, no. every female fitness influencer is just there to get guys' attention.
I just don't think it's the same. I don't think it is at all. Like you said, you think girls and guys cheat differently.
A glute pump.
Like, I think a girl posting a picture of her butt pump is 100 times more provocative, 100 times more just sexualized than a guy posting a picture with his shirt off.
But that's the thing. That's the thing.
I agree. It's her ass or whatever. But at the same time, it is a whole gym deal. It's not like her just dressed up at home.
Yeah. So here's what you're missing, man.
There's a reason.
You're saying guys sexualize the woman, but you don't realize that women sexualize guys.
Yeah, but I don't think it's to the same extent.
Why? You don't think women are just as horny as guys? So women are just as horny as guys, but women don't have the same drive to fuck that guys do.
Honestly, there's definitely
is it already visible in the gym
out there that are like that, but
based.
I think overall, guys are definitely.
Except,
I don't know. That's just something I won't agree with. I don't think that at all. I
disagree, but at the same time, I'm not fully agree.
And I know you know this. If you've ever dated,
you're good. I know PJ. He's just being cringe.
No, I know you know this. Sin any time, bro, so.
Bro, I've literally dated OnlyFans girls.
What the fuck? That's not the point. Like,
See, you think I'm gonna be like bothered by a girl posting a booty pump when I literally dated people who sell fucking videos of themselves naked?
That's not what I'm talking about. You're saying like, well, why? You just said earlier, why are they posting that for attention?
Because no, yeah, when I do post it for attention, but I'm saying there can be other intentions of posting photos than just that.
I mean, I hold it to the same standard as like posting it, like a girl posting like a picture of her like posing all sexily in a bikini. I consider that the same thing. Like if you're on the beach and like you're with your girlfriends and you post a picture and you're wearing a bathing suit, that's different. But like camera setting on the ground, like staring right up at your ass, you're looking over your shoulder, and like you have like your hand on the back of your head, like poking your old butt out. That's like that's provocative, and I don't.
Yeah, but that's not a booty pump picture.
I'm giving you another example. I'm just.
But they're not the same.
I don't think that's the same standard as like a guy posting a picture of him on the beach with his swim trunks on, standing there flexing his arms. It's just not the same.
So guy could post
showing off his body is not the same.
Let me read this to you, and you could comment on it. So a guy can have a pump pic while he's only in his shorts, pulling them down to show off his V-line, but a leg day pump is bad.
I mean, in my eyes, yes. I don't think girls and guys are the same. I don't think they.
Oh, no shit.
Then what do you mean no shit?
Well, yeah, obviously guys and girls aren't the same, but here's what you got to realize, dude. So when I say, do girls cheat more mentally? Yes, but you got to realize that's not all girls. Like when I say that, that's not all females. You realize like some females are capable of pure intentions, and if you don't think so, then you're basically saying every girl's a slut.
I never said that.
That's what you're saying. You're saying every. I said. Is there no female in fitness influencers or females who do fitness that can have the intentions of posting a booty pic for just to promote the fitness? And you said no. That bro,
I was not listening because I don't agree with that. So don't try and get.
All right.
Gotcha thing.
I'm not trying to gotcha. I'm literally repeating what you said. Did you not say that, Corbin?
I'm pretty sure you did say that.
I don't have many guys on social media. Okay, well let me rephrase the question.
I'm saying
if you understand,
we're talking average. We're talking baseline. I'm not.
I know.
Promoting brands.
But that's what we're talking about now. We moved into fitness. We moved into fitness.
I'm talking baseline gym goer. People you see at Planet Fitness. People I see at Peak. People we see everywhere. Dude. I think Maggot saw me like that tweet earlier.
I wouldn't love they cheated.
There's no way that
So I post gym pics myself to track my progress. I'll get attention. So what I'm saying is that when girls post pictures, just in general, like we're not talking about every single female, but like then you move to fitness. You said when a girl posts a booty pump or a workout, I asked you, I was like, can she not have intentions of doing, and whether they're fitness influencers or not? Because you're not a fitness influencer. I'm not a fitness influencer. I never was one. But you don't think a female could post that with the intention of just inspiring or because they're proud of their fitness? You think it's for male attention? Always?
No, not always. Not always.
Okay, so you believe a female could post a picture with pure intentions of their booty pump?
There's always exceptions. Like,
all right, well but you didn't say that earlier. You said
but that wasn't my point at all. My point is like
it has no sex behind it.
Like as a guy, I work out to be more of a force around other men. I work out to be more dominant. And you can say that's fucked up, bro. That's self-centered. You're insecure. Okay, I don't fucking care. So what if I'm insecure? Who cares if I'm insecure?
You should.
That's not the point. Okay, and I'm working on it. That's not what I'm getting at. I knew you were gonna say some bullshit.
I didn't say anything.
But a girl does not go to the gym to work out to be more of a presence around other women. But there's some girls.
I say an inspiration.
There's some girls that do, but like baseline girls,
Confident.
Like
it's also more rare. It's also more rare for a guy to post it to be intimidating to other men. I feel like most guys get into fitness because they think it's gonna be a bunch of chicks, which doesn't work.
Because
I don't know, the majority.
I'm just asking.
Ronnie, and I don't want to be fat.
So
the majority of the men I have met have gone to the gym for discipline reasons, for reasons to get to.
Hell no.
Okay, well then I guess we just hang around different people. I guess I surround myself with better people than you.
No, that's not true. Bro, I work in a fucking gym. Trying to flex on us. No, dude, that's not true. Men do not go to most men do not go to the gym because they want to be like physically better. Dude, 90%, you gotta realize, even if, and I'm not saying this, 90% of people go to the gym for cosmetic reasons, to look better. So you see most people in the gym are usually really in like great shape already. They're trying to get more abs, they're trying to get bigger and better. You don't see really fat people in the gym. They work out at home, they work out by themselves. So most people in the gym are trying to become okay, if people were just into fitness, they wouldn't get jacked. Having giant muscles is actually not the healthiest way to live. Having lean muscle mass, you want to have more lean muscle than bulk muscle.
Body fat percentage.
Yes. Like I would say this, Ben. The size you are is impressive, and I respect it. I always respect someone who's big because I like fucking big fucking meaty guys. I might be a little gay, just like you, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, your physical fitness is not the peak, is not the healthiest version of yourself. You realize that, right? You having a lot less muscle mass would technically be way healthier for you, because having more muscle is going to pump your heart harder. Like that. Like this is just simple science. Like you can't argue with. But is it to an extent where it's going to affect anything crazily?
So
no.
It's not like detrimental.
But if you truly care about being the best physically fit you can, you wouldn't be as big as you are.
Mick, replying to you, a guy like personally, I've never had a bulge in a gym pic. If
I always got a bulge, bro. I just got a big dick.
Well, yeah, that's just dependent on the guy. You can go look at all my pictures. I don't think you can.
So you got buff guys.
And I wear some pretty tight shorts. I wear some pretty shorty shorts, and I never have a bulge. I'm just like.
Sorry about the that believe that.
I'm just not hungry.
I agree, Maggot. I mean, I think everyone has like a certain effect of like body dysphoria in the sense that like everyone looks at their body and wants it to be better, but I think that's not necessarily always bad. You know, so like
instinct.
So like Corbin, why do you work out? Why do you exercise? Do you
because I don't want to see myself scrawny like I have been, and I don't want to end up getting fat.
So be real. Do you think that you being like more, getting bigger, get a little more shredded, ripped, or whatever, do you think it's going to help your chances with women? You think women are going to appreciate it more than rather if you were fat?
I wouldn't say it would help me get women. I would.
Oh yeah, be like women look
certain audience.
Yeah, women look at you more.
Certain type. Yeah, no, it'd be definitely a certain type. It'd probably be. It would. There would be more girls that would get involved with me because I'm around that type of stuff. Like I'm working out, I'm around the gym, this and that. So the girls that like the gym guys, I'm around those type of girls more. So obviously I'm gonna get more attention.
Oh, Destiny's got a dad bod, Maggot.
So I've also heard of a lot of women who are like turned off by guys who are muscular, who think
yeah, there's like the dad bod, and then there's the like
no, but recently what I've seen, and you can find this on Twitter, people are starting to like what do you call it, the skinny guys, or like the
shut up, Mighty.
Yeah, they're
I mean, bro, trust me, I know, dude. I know all about the slim dude craze, tall, skinny, slim dude.
I'm literally just a scrawny kid right now, but I really don't want to be.
I know if I lost weight and became slimmer and like,
well, you're not long and lanky.
I think my clothes would fit better. I think I'd be able to dress nicer, and I personally think girls would like that more. But I don't do that because I enjoy having like I'm not like fucking like juiced or anything. I'm not like.
But you already admitted earlier. You already admitted earlier that your fitness journey is. You said, "Yeah, I'm insecure. Who cares?"
At the beginning, it was. At the moment, I'm pretty secure with myself. I haven't really. I don't know, and maybe it's for like the wrong reasons.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Literally, like tall, scrawny, like what you're literally talking about, and I don't want to be. Like,
so Corbin, if you were in a relationship with a girl,
like I'm scrawny right
now.
We'll
squash this and we'll move on to back to the more loyalty thing. So your relationship with a girl, Corbin, and she posts a booty pic pump in the gym, and she's like, "You got this, ladies," or just like posts it for like no caption, for example, just like she just hit leg day, did some hip thrusters.
Like I knew it was glutes. I already knew she was doing legs.
Yeah, and she like posts
that basic pose where she looks back.
Yeah, would you think that like she's doing it for male attention? 100% honesty.
If I'm dating her, no.
What about you, Ben? 100% honesty.
And even if she was, like, if she wasn't like doing it for male attention, but she was definitely getting it, I probably wouldn't care too much.
Always horny, Maggot.
At the same time, because I mean, it's online. I'm the one hitting. It's whatever.
All right, Benzo, go.
Obviously y'all don't agree with me, but yeah, I do.
Do you think it's cheating?
I mean, your definition of like I wouldn't consider it entertaining,
So then what is
I
it?
would say that is
There's a limit
getting
to it, though.
attention.
Like, yeah, like she's gonna get attention either way from
I don't
dudes.
know.
But
It's
it's just
just
how
like-
Women
she
get
reacts.
attention from
It's how
dudes,
she
bro.
reacts.
Women get attention from dudes in giant t-shirts. You
That's what I'm
guys,
saying,
you
it
guys
doesn't
are put
matter.
no,
You can post, like,
you
a
guys are
selfie.
incels. You guys are putting males fucking giving women attention onto the woman, bro. Listen, here's
That's-
what.
no,
Listen,
let
listen to
me-
me. No, listen to me.
Let me finish a single
I'm
sentence.
not, though.
All right, go ahead.
No, listen, hear me out. First of all, I'm not an incel because, bro, I'm not getting into that. Second, bro, I was trying not to sound like a fucking cunt, but I genuinely think if a girl's posting a picture of her ass, no other girl is gonna want to see a girl with a big ass. I don't like. I mean, when I was
Ladies?
when I was a smaller kid, I didn't go look at jack dudes like
I did.
like, oh, that's so inspirational. I was like fuck, like I'm jealous. It made me feel like shit.
Bro, I love looking up to Arnold when I was
Then again,
small.
y'all, no one in this chat is
I
baseline.
don't
so-
believe that it's all on the girl. No, it's
No, I'm
clearly
not-
literally
I'm
the
not
guy.
saying
He's
it's
the
all
one
on the
sliding.
girl.
It's literally the
But
guy that's
also-
sliding up. He's the
Yeah,
one doing
but we're
the-
talking about
he's
the
one doing
intention
all
of the.
that
We're talking about the
stuff, not-
intention of the female. We're not talking
Yeah,
about
I know,
the
I
reaction.
In my
Yeah,
opinion,
and I said
the
she's not
attention,
the one.
intention of the female would be to get those swipes, to get those likes, to like be like other dudes be like, oh, like I
Like a
think you're hot.
popular
It
thing.
doesn't, like you said earlier, it doesn't matter if they reply, if they are enjoying that type of attention, like that's upsetting to me.
So you think women are sluts?
Not what the fuck? No.
They just want.
I think okay. I don't think anybody would hate attention like that. Nobody would hate getting a bunch of attention like that. It's just like if you're in a relationship, you have to respect it.
I think
Either.
I don't. That's the
And
thing.
not
Nobody
her.
would
I
hate the
expressed-
attention. Like I don't know who would
I
hate getting attention like that.
I expressed that earlier. I don't consider a guy flexing his arms or flexing his chest. I don't consider that provocative.
Sex appeal,
But
no
that's
others
just
see you
me.
ripped.
That's just me. But like Sin said earlier, everyone has different standards.
Well, no, this
Everyone has different
isn't
ideas in a
this isn't
relationship.
about different standards because this isn't standards. You're telling me and everyone in
I
chat.
never said all women are sluts.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You're telling me and people in chat that a woman cannot post with the intentions of just fitness.
No, they can, but baseline, no. Like I'd say on average, no. On average,
What about guys?
Women do it to get the attention of a man.
What about guys on average?
Even if they're dating, if they're posting pictures of their ass,
I know, Meg.
I still
doesn't
think,
see
I
it.
still think the same thing.
So okay, so guys, same thing. Right now we are maggot.
It's not about women being sexualized. They're gonna be sexualized regardless. It's about their intentions with posting pictures of their body.
Well, what about guys? Do they do it with the intentions of female attention, on average?
I would say yes on both people.
What about you, Ben?
I mean, yeah, on average, but then
On
again,
an average person, I would say yes.
and
on
that's
both
the thing.
people.
I think,
But it's different if it's like a legit,
I'll
like
agree with that as well.
like a
On
legit like
average,
person with branding and all sorts of stuff. Like it's obviously going to be different, but at the same time,
So,
I mean, yeah, they're just average. I would
good
say
coochie.
most of the time, yeah, it's for the attention. But obviously, there is people that don't do it like that. But I
yeah,
definitely
I
say
never
there's
said
it's
there
just
wasn't.
more than likely.
There's
not.
definitely people with pure intentions, but I definitely
Yeah, but
agree.
more than likely.
I definitely agree. People tend to be more promiscuous, more.
Would you date a girl whose you didn't think their intentions were pure?
No.
No,
So
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't know.
No.
All right, good. So you think that the person you wouldn't be with someone with
see, I
impure
see, you got
intentions?
me.
I don't want to share.
See, I wasn't trying to get you. You were just like you were dancing around one point. So like, here's what
No, it's just like, it's odd because
I'm not trying to like fuck you over. I don't care.
It's just like for me, it's like
That emotion over
don't-
gym
don't-
pics as
don't
well.
Put yourself in that situation.
So the question for
On
Ben.
average, a girl is like a guy's gonna look at a girl's ass and be like, "Ooh, I like that." So
We got a
why
message for you,
put that
Ben.
out there?
So Ben, if you're not okay with your girl posting a booty pump, then what would that mean? Wouldn't that mean you wouldn't post a provocative gym pics either, or is it okay for you to post them and not her?
I already responded to that. I said earlier, I think provocative for a man and a woman is different. I don't think a guy being in the gym. I think a guy being muscular, being dominant, being larger. I don't think that's provocative. I don't think that at all.
I agree with being larger, but not being dominant. Dominant guys are definitely for like dominance goes hand in hand with sexuality. But being bigger, I'll agree with you.
I go to the gym to be stronger and to be muscular, and I don't see that as provocative. When I take a picture, I'm not taking it to be provocative. I'm taking it to look fucking large.
Okay, now what if the girl had the same mindset?
But like if a girl.
But isn't that kind of gay, Ben?
What?
I never said all girls.
No, I'm asking you. Isn't it kind of gay that you're posting them for men's validation?
Okay, it might be, bro. Listen, dude. I don't know. Maybe in the future, like I might try shit out. You know.
Okay.
Like,
let me know.
Yeah, let me know, bro. There it goes for you. Chat, hit them up in the future. Tomorrow. What up, Scarlett? For a girl to grow her body. Then why is it provocative for a girl to grow her body? Ben?
What? Why is it provocative for a girl to grow her body?
It's honestly,
I don't know. Like,
I agree, Maggot.
Like, it's just very clear that
there's a double standard.
Some people that don't, but overall,
hot take. A girl when a girl goes to the gym, a majority, a girl's going in there to have a fat ass, to have a small waist, to like lose fat. I never like more on average. I'm not saying this.
And you're saying the same thing for a guy. You guys go in there to get bigger muscles, bigger arms, just get bulky.
Yeah, at the same time, the gym fit, like a gym fit is a thing too.
But
like the whole like.
But like, a girl goes in there, smaller waist, fatter ass, and I don't know. I mean, I don't think a fatter ass is like more dominant. I don't think. Okay, fuck. I didn't mean to say that. Would be considered I wouldn't put it on the same scale as a dude getting a fucking large chest. I wouldn't consider that a girl wanting to get a fatter ass. I wouldn't put that on the same like level as a dude wanting bigger shoulders.
So you want a girl with a small ass?
Sure.
That's fine. So you're saying girls who want fat asses are sluts, and you wouldn't fuck a girl with a big ass? Got it.
Exactly.
Chat. If you got a small booty, hit Ben up. He likes flat bitches. Men are dogs that can't help themselves. Yeah, he just likes dudes, bro. In my mood. Okay, so what is this quiz? It's not even a quiz. All right, so getting back to loyalty and not just in gym pics. So like what started this was the intentions of like, I guess, posting on social media. So let's get away from social media. So like, what about this? And this is something that I think would affect everyone. What about guys, and you hear this all the time, work girlfriends, work boyfriends. So what about guys who joke around and mess with girls at work and tease and poke fun at them? Or vice versa with girls who would do that with guys at work.
I actually haven't I actually been seeing that a lot recently. I know this girl who has a boyfriend, but she's always like play fighting with my friend. Every time she sees him, she like gives him a little playful punch in the arm. She's like, did you not work yesterday? Oh my god, like that 100% is fucked.
Or dumb.
Like that's just weird.
It's cute and tall.
Definitely more behind it.
She never fuck where you eat. So okay, so I have a work husband. They're always gay. Okay, so getting back to the realistic aspect of it, Corbin, who cheats more, men or women overall? Your opinion?
Damn.
I mean, it's just your opinion, bro.
Really, to be honest, I really don't know. I'd say men, like, to be honest. The same amount.
But honestly, I think men and women cheat differently, though.
I really don't know.
But that's like I don't know. I definitely think men cheat more for sure. But like I think men and women cheat very differently.
Well, I'm saying like all cheating together. If we had is it 50-50? Is it 60-40? Like what do you think?
I'd say it's definitely close, like 60-40.
35.
Yeah,
that's a good number. 65-35.
So here's my opinion. I think it's definitely women. By like probably 80% women.
I would say like 70-30 women.
Just because we're all at work since so women, and this is just being real, and men cheat a lot too, don't get me wrong. But women cheat in a very first of all, women cheat and get away with it. If a woman cheats, most likely you're not going to find out because guys don't have fucking. If a guy goes and fucks a girl with a girlfriend and there's no strings attached, he's not gonna. And he finds out she had a boyfriend, he's not gonna. Most likely, he's not gonna go tell him. God damn it, Maggot.
I think anybody, not even like his closest friend.
He might tell his closest friends or whatever. And those guys, I'm not gonna go tell that guy.
Guys don't spread.
And I'm not saying not as much. But if you fuck a girl and then you ghost her because you have a girlfriend, and she finds out you have a girlfriend, she's 110% gonna tell her. That's just the truth of it. So women cheat more because women have validation issues of society. So women, if you have a man's, girls unite. Lol, I do. I think women are very sneaky. So I think men have validation issues too. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, I think women could cheat on a larger scale for this very reason.
More broad.
Women have a lot more power in the male gaze. They could pull more male gaze. They know they can, and men just simply cannot.
It's just a lot easier.
It's a lot easier for a woman, a lot more availability, and there's we broadened the term. We all agreed on the broadening term of cheating. Seeking external validation, seeking blah 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 XYZ is cheating, right? Not just fucking. So if we're talking about fucking, like putting your dick in something, or like putting your like fucking sucking a cock or whatever. Oh, guys, for sure.
Cheating's not all about just fucking physically fucking.
Yeah. So like, I definitely think it's more women. Women have an innate like kind of like ability to like garner male attention in the workplace and their social media.
Honestly, they don't even
on Twitter. They don't have to try. And the thing is, you guys said yourself, if they entertain it, that's fine. If a woman posts that she's sad on her Instagram story, 1,000 guys are going to message her. And she posts that she's sad because she wants people to swipe up. But if a guy posts he's sad, maybe 1 or 2 people swipe up. And you guys said going for external validation.
Swipe up, they're just getting fucking made fun of more than anything.
Yeah, exactly. No girl's going to, like, very few females, unless you're like a 9 out of 10 dude, 10 out of 10 dude, you're not going to have a bunch of fucking females hitting you up to, like, fucking to be your shoulder to cry on.
It's definitely very rare.
So, and the thing is, you also got to realize, like, if you're a 7 out of 10 dude, which is pretty high for most dudes, on average, I'd say dudes are like 4s out of 10s, 3s out of 10s. If you're a 7 out of 10 dude, you're lucky to bang a 4 out of 10 girl. If you're a 7 out of 10 dude, you're not banging a 10 out of 10. This is very rare. But if you're a 4 out of 10 woman, you could bang a 10 out of 10 dude. Like that's just the truth of it.
Sniper wolf, bro.
But that was like that was like more for a meme than anything. That there's a long story to that. There's a video on it. I'll send you. Career 2, if you know what I'm saying. Let's hear them. So I think in that way, women have the capability and the overall like have a chance. Oh yeah. So like obviously not to date, but to fuck. 100%. Dudes will fuck anything. Guys will literally fuck a fucking 1 out of 10 bitch sometimes. That's like that's just being real. Like guys in chat, and I know you guys ever like Cork, what's the lowest you've banged?
Like a 6, 7.
Come on, be real.
Come on, bro, be real.
Bro, you act like I've banged 50 women.
You have.
I haven't.
All right, we won't talk about your off-stream
cavities.
body
count, but
what's your body count?
Bang ugly bitches.
Do body count matter to you guys?
Yes.
After a certain point, yes.
What point is that, Corbin?
Like there's like a little area that it just doesn't really matter. But I mean, if they're pushing like fucking late 20s, 30s, yeah, there's definitely something going on.
I've only slept 4 people. God damn.
What's too much for you, Ben?
2.
2? What if you've had more than 2?
Doesn't matter, bro.
What, you slept with a 2, Ben?
He says hitting 2s. No, he says mine's 1.
I've literally only 5 different women. I've done it probably 1,000 times, but like 5 different women.
So I'll say this.
A single one of them were under a 7, I'd say.
I'll say this. Do I think a lower body count is innately more attractive to most guys? Yes. Guys
attractive to you, Sen?
No.
Is it realistic?
No. Because
you date a girl that's
20 bodies.
She used to work at a glory hole.
Sure.
She used to work at a glory hole.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
For this very reason, and this
she's bad.
Like it's very attractive. No lie. It's not that it's attractive to me, but it's for this reason. First of all, like women who have lots of bodies most of the time have been taken in like extreme advantage of, I think, to an extent, and also are in our society, in our generation, women are not taught the same. Like they're not like, they don't understand the power of their pussy. About being real. Like they pass that shit out like candy nowadays. And I don't blame women, because a lot of guys, that's how like guys get to women nowadays, and that's how men like say, oh, I'll love you forever, like let's fuck, and they fuck, and like they move on. Like, because I know that, because I used to do that to women. Bro, I used to fucking like I'm just being real. You gotta be real about it.
You're fucked, bro.
So if you wanna be real, like, would I prefer my girl to have less bodies? Of course. Like, I would love that. But at the same time, in the same breath, if guys are the ones fucking these girls and leaving them, and not trying to make them their wife, because I believe you should. I wish, and I stuck with someone for 12 years because this was my dream. I wanted to fuck one person, and only one person, because I believe that's the best way to do it. But that's just not the reality of the world. And like sex is like very like the hookup culture is huge now, and it's just hard. It's hard.
Long term is just slowly fading.
And so as a man, it's your duty to fuck one bitch and lock her up and make that your girlfriend or your wife. I believe that. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna fuck a girl, you should date her. Like, you should not fuck someone you're not planning on dating or marrying. I believe that 100%. I would never fuck someone now that I don't plan on dating or marrying. So if as men we failed as that, it starts at the man, and I believe that as a man you have more responsibility. Only do with someone you love. 100% agree. So as a man, it starts with us, and that's why I talk more to men sometimes, because I'm like, as a man, you need to fucking like not be promiscuous, not to be doing hookups, and not be doing this, because like what, like for a girl comes someone to spy on some girls sluts, fuck yeah, just like some dudes are sluts. Like, that's the reality of it. But like there are some girls who will literally be used and try to fall in love. A guy say, I want to love you, I want to marry you, I want to be with you, and they'll fucking run through 10 girls. Or a girl could literally meet, like, okay, so you don't realize this. A girl who's a 6 plus out of 10, bro, you know how many guys DM them on the daily? Like, do you not know? Like, they have so many different interactions with women. It's insane. I mean, with men. So you got to realize, like, and if they're trying to find love, they're trying to find all this shit. Guys beg, they'll say, dude, guys will beg, they'll do whatever, they'll say whatever till they fuck. So, like, do I think women should have a bunch of bodies? Fuck no. Just like I don't think guys should have a bunch of bodies. Damn, I was cheating on. I don't give nothing. It's a lockbox over here. Like, obviously, like, waiting till marriage, like, that's not realistic to me. Like, but the thing is, like, I'm also, like, everyone I've ever dated, I've thought I wanted to be with forever. I truly believe that. And all my relationships have been very long term. You know, like, every single one of them has been over a year. So, at a person hot, then I'm going for it. Yeah, but then, yeah, I'm not talking about purity and stuff like that. So, any final words on loyalty? So, I'll say this one thing. I think men have like, I'm not saying women cheat. In this statement is not saying women cheat more. But I think men have a deeper and stronger sense of loyalty to women because they're protectors, they're providers. And when a man really loves a woman, he won't cheat on her. Obviously, that's, goes without saying. But he'll protect, he'll provide, he'll be more understanding, he'll be more supportive, he'll provide more emotional loyalty to a woman and push that woman to be better, help her grow, help her blossom than a woman can for a man. I believe that. But I believe that's also okay. I don't think that's wrong, because women provide different things.
Yeah, like a man doing all that's just like
long term with.
You see, like, all the time. It's like a man would take like lower and turn them into like these like 10 out of 10 like super crazy stuff, but a woman will never go down on a man.
Yep. So women don't date down on average. That's another thing. Yeah. So most women want older guys, they want more successful guys, and they want more attractive guys. They'll never like date beneath them, but guys will date beneath them all the time. Like, they'll date a girl without a job, without college, without XYZ, as long as they got a pussy.
No money, no this, no
yeah,
that.
Exactly. Guys are expected to have way more to offer a relationship than women are. Get my confidence back. Really? Yeah, never forgive a cheater.
Do you believe one's a cheater, always a cheater?
No, but I believe I don't believe that exactly, because
I don't.
But I believe that if you take a cheater back, first of all, the relationship's always already fucked because I do believe in trust and loyalty. And if you betray my loyalty, I will never have that same loyalty for you again. And no, I definitely understand what you're saying, Maggot. Trust me. And taking a cheater back is first of all, before again, there's a million different things. But first of all, the biggest thing I can say, that's fucking disrespectful for yourself. And as soon as you disrespect yourself and you take that person back, that's constant disrespect every single day you're with them. You're constantly disrespecting yourself, hurting your own mental health, make yourself lower value. You do not deserve to be with a cheater. You don't deserve to be with someone who cheated on you. And if they do, fucking leave them. Never take them back. That's my take. And I can just give you that one reason. I don't have to give you any. But there's a million other reasons too. Just don't take back. I don't believe once a cheater, always a cheater, because like there are people who cheat and then because like people do grow and change. So like their next relationship, they might not cheat. They might find the person that's right for them and like grow and learn. So I don't believe once a cheater, always a cheater. Because then like, yeah, whatever. Think left to yourself. Do not like my life's choices very well. I mean, like I'm not like I'm just like see here's how I see people. I don't say I don't like people's life choices. What I would say to you, Maggot, is like I believe you're capable. I believe you're stronger. I believe you're worth way more. And I believe that you should believe that, and I believe that you should believe in yourself more. That's what I would say. I would say you're way more beautiful and strong, and you're better than what you're doing. And same thing to the men. Like you don't deserve that shit. Might not be the same. Yeah, like but like don't ever take a cheater back. Once a cheater, always a cheater is not fucking true. But taking a cheater back, because you can take a cheater back and they might not ever cheat on you again. But it dooms the relationship, and it's never going to be a real relationship. It's never going to be as high value, as high capable as a relationship that there was no cheating. As soon as that purity is broken, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
People can change. Yeah, people can change. But you also be on high alert. No, it's not just be on high alert. A relationship is based on loyalty and trust. Extreme loyalty and trust.
You have to be on high alert.
Yeah. There's never going to be trust. You can learn to trust them again. No, I disagree. You can learn to trust them and you can take them back, but your relationship will never be. So to me in life, I want to have the best mental I can have. Why would I not? You get one life, you're going to die, and you get to enjoy 30 or 40 years of your life. Because, the first, you're a kid, you're a high schooler, you're not really living life, you're just learning how to understand life. And the last 20 years, you're like fucking shitting yourself in a retirement home, blah, blah, in a diaper. So you get like 10 or good 15 years of true love, enjoying sex, all this shit. You get 10 or 15 good years of that before you have kids and everything else. Why would you live in a low value, low potential, dirty relationship? Why would you not want the most pure and the most respectful, the most loyal relationship you could have for those 10 to 15 years? Why not? You're depriving yourself of the most beautiful fucking thing in life. Your wife or your husband. That's just the truth of it. It's the absolute truth. I'll off myself that happens going outside BRB. I enjoy my bad habits in moderation. Never gonna be trust. I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, so like I don't believe like once a cheater, always a cheater, but like I would never want to date a cheater or a liar. Truth. All right, we gotta wrap this up. Corbin, any final thoughts? Exactly. Fold me 3 times. Fuck the peace signs. Load the chop and let it rain on you. If you're loyal, love them, and want to stay, up to you. I mean, it's up to you. But I would never, ever, ever. I think I deserve the best. I think all you guys deserve the best, so I wouldn't recommend it. But you could. But you're just depriving yourself of the best of life. You're giving yourself a lesser life. And I think that when you die or you get old, you're going to regret it. Everybody. What's up, Queen Crazy? Ben? Exactly, Mick. Never mind.
What?
Last thoughts.
Oh. I don't really know, bro.
Very profound.
Bro, I've already said everything I gotta say.
What were we just talking about?
Oh, you were talking like once a cheater, always a cheater and shit.
Is that
like how that's not true?
Okay.
Never take back someone who's cheated on you, though.
All right, guys, this is the City Boys podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you follow Benzo Sleep on Twitch. Corbin doesn't fucking make social media platforms because he's a little bitch, so I don't have any of those for yet. If you guys watch this, you enjoyed it, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out my other content. Peace.
Yeah.
Bye, YouTube. Fuck you. All right.
Bro.
It's just